Alright, what's going on, guys? Hope you all are having a good day. So, in this video, we're going to be looking at the full Season 4 Reloaded roadmap for Black Ops Cold War Zombies. And we've got even more info about Mauer Der Toten. This will be the final video about the map before we actually get to play it. And this is all of the info we have leading up to it. We also are going to talk about exactly how Mule Kick works as we finally understand that now. We're also going to be discussing how the new Cerberus Wonder Weapon in Mauer Der Toten works, because it sounds a lot more intricate than any of the previous Wonder Weapons we've seen so far in the season of Cold War. So we're going to fully discuss the Season 4 Reloaded roadmap and tell you guys everything you need to know. I'm also going to have a lot of Mauer Der Toten guides here pretty soon on the channel, so if you haven't already subscribed, make sure to go ahead and do that so you don't miss any of those videos. Currently, around 80% of you guys are not currently subbed. Also, because it's been a little while, I'm going to be giving away 1100 COD points in this video to one of you guys. If you want to enter, of course, just make sure you're subbed, leave a like on the video, and leave your gamertag and your platform down below in the comments so not only I can find your comment, but if you want to party up with other people to play Mauer Der Toten with really soon, then you can feel free to use that as well. Zombies is coming with a pretty significant amount of stuff, and obviously the main platter of this season is going to be Mauer Der Toten. Of course, we've talked about this map pretty extensively over the past couple of weeks, and this has been by far the most exposed map in terms of what we know, but we have a little bit more to discuss before we finally get to play. This will be like the last bit of information before we're actually into the map. Now, you may remember these demon slash skeleton looking enemies that were completely brand new in the Mauer Der Toten trailer and also like in the screenshots they've given us, and for a long time I didn't really understand what these were or what these do, and then I actually remembered back to when I made a video talking about some leaked enemies that we had yet to see in Cold War. One of them, some of you may remember, is the Summoner Zombie. At first I thought that could have been just the code name for the Demented Echoes, as they do spawn zombies when you encounter them, but I think that this screenshot and what we've known in the trailer for Mauer Der Toten, this is probably a lot more accurate. I would assume that these demon enemies, these skeletons, are going to spawn further enemies, because these don't seem to be just regular zombies. They have like a purple ethereal glow to their eyes and even like just the aura around their body. So I'm going to assume that these are a special type of enemy that specifically come from this like maybe mini boss. As they are summoned, they could have special properties like maybe slightly increased speed or health or something along those lines. But I think we finally know that these are indeed the summoner zombies that we talked about a long time ago that we didn't really understand. Now, I'm going to quickly read the last bit of information Treyarch did give us about Mauer Der Toten. They give us a bit of backstory, and then they say agents will navigate through the dark streets lit only by spotlights, street lamps, and long abandoned vehicles to reach various key landmarks and structures, including a U-Bahn where flaming trains carry undead passengers to parts unknown. They won't be alone, however, if they can find a way to activate a new robotic companion, Klaus, who will help them defeat the undead. All that plus a new Wonder Weapon with 4 unique variants, fast travel ziplines, terrifying new enemies, new quests to discover, and more secrets and surprises are coming in this massive new round-based map. Now that's all well and good, but there's a bit of an issue. I'm going to talk about the Wonder Weapon really quick. So the Cerberus is basically, it starts off as an energy-based pistol with an orbiting repeater that fires an extra shot when you fire. To upgrade it to its 3 additional variants, need to recover special mod kits that drop from zombies that will attach to the Cerberus to transform it into a completely different weapon. To acquire Cerberus, you have to explore Mauer Der Toten in order to find a hidden one via its quest, prove yourself worthy at the Trials machine, or just get plain lucky at the mystery box. Okay, so there's a few reasons I'm bringing that up. First of all, it looks like we do just have a base variant of the Wonder Weapon. The plain old Cerberus is just going to be like a thing you can get. So think of like the original Wrath of the Ancient's Bow from Der Eisendrache, or even the Die Shockwave in Die Machine. In essence, it's a pistol with an orbiting repeater that fires when you fire, but the upgrades make this a totally different weapon. Now, I'm not going to show this, nor am I going to encourage you go and look for it, but there has been, let's say, some interesting images on Twitter over the past couple days actually showing a little bit more in detail the other variants of this Wonder Weapon, and I will tell you, they do indeed behave very differently to the original Cerberus. So, again, you go do your own research if you're really curious, but let's just say that I think this is probably going to be the most intricate and interesting Wonder Weapon we've had so far in Cold War. Also, in this update, we're getting arguably the most interesting and actually useful craftable item. We're going to be getting the LT-53 Casimir Grenade, or otherwise known as the Gersh Device. So they say veterans familiar with the Gersh Device created by Dr. Anton Gersh in another time will know the deadly black hole-like effects of the LT-353 Casimir. Upon placement, this grenade will open to suck in any undead creatures, neutralizing them when they reach the event horizon. Few know what happens to zombies once they cross the threshold, but a brave agent is more than welcome to to find out by jumping into the Casimir's gravitational pull. It's a pretty good description of the item, but there's a problem. Does this mean that the Gersh Device essentially can just suck up an entirely full health megaton? That I don't know how it's going to behave against like boss enemies. I'm sure against regular zombies it will do exactly what it says on the box, but as far as bigger enemies go, it's going to be interesting to see how those two things interact, and I guess we'll find out pretty soon when it does actually get added to the game. Also, it says that agents can jump through it, meaning the player. I assume this is just going to teleport us around the map, and while it's really unlikely, I think it would be absolutely sick if we jump through the Gersh Device, and when we come out the other side, we're still in the same map, obviously, but maybe you're in, like, the Dark Ether version of it, like when you're in D Machine and you go into that mode. Also, for those of you asking, it looks like, yes, the Gersh Device will be available also in Outbreak, which should be a lot of fun to use. So, all the new content up to this point has been pretty solid, and next, I want to talk about Mule Kick, and I'm sure you guys want to know exactly how that's going to function in terms of its upgrade tree. And in the strangest turn of events in 2021, Double Tap is not in fact built into this perk, as I think it is going to be its own separate thing later on, but we'll talk about that another time. A different perk is actually being built into Mule Kick, and for what it's worth, if you've ever played Buried at any point in your life, you may know what perk is being built into Mule Kick, and this is none other than Vulture. Now, I know it's kind of confusing, but I'm going to explain exactly how this perk works. Obviously, its base function of Mule Kick carries 3 guns. Everybody knows that. Its tier 1 upgrade will basically all crafted equipment grants an additional equipment if available. The wording's kind of strange, but essentially, if you build a Semtex or if you build a C4, something like that, if you can hold more than one, it will automatically give you another just by building a single one. So you'll save a lot of scrap by doing so. I don't think you can build extra self-revives, like you can't have 2 of those, or you can't build extra kill streaks. So nothing too crazy there, but just an extra bonus to what you already do craft. But tier 2, all enemies will have a small chance to drop ammo, and this is where the Vulture effect comes in. So it looks like all enemies, not just specials and elites, can drop like these ammo cartridges, but maybe like single bullets at a time. I don't know. That's how it worked, at least in Vulture's case. Don't know how useful this is going to be in all reality, because in Cold War, it's pretty easy to acquire ammo. I mean, there's a lot of methods for doing so. I feel like it'll help you in a couple situations, but all in all, I don't think it's actually that hard to get ammo to begin with. But tier 3, this is one of the ones that more my prediction was correct. Stowed weapons slowly refill ammo from your stock. So pretty much if you have 3 guns, whatever weapons you are not currently using, whatever's not your primary and out on your character at the time, will slowly start to reload in your back pocket. This is arguably one of the best upgrades of this perk because of the fact that some weapons take a long time to reload in this game, and the fact that you can be putting out damage with something else simultaneously while another one is reloading will be really interesting to have, and on top of 3 guns should make that even better. Tier 4 upgrade is kind of weird. This is, you have a 25% chance of keeping non-retrievable equipment when used. So pretty much like tomahawks won't count because you can pick them back up, but say you use like a decoy grenade, monkey bombs, a stim, or even like a C4, you have a chance to basically just keep the item that you had. So if you had 3, you throw one, use it, you still have 3. Of course, that's not the case always. It's only 25% of the time, so you still can run out, but you'll just have, I guess, more to use in a bind. Now, before we discuss the tier 5 upgrade, a lot of you understand how Mule Kick works from previous games, where, of course, you have the perk, and then you have 3 guns, but if you go down and you lose Mule Kick, you lose the 3rd gun that you got when you had that perk, and you really can't reacquire that in any way. But it looks like with Mule Kick tier 5, you are given back the 3rd gun that you had once you reacquire Mule Kick. Now, I don't know how this is going to interact with Tombstone. If you revive yourself in Tombstone and you still have Mule Kick, do you even lose your gun? That I'm not sure. It's going to require a little bit of testing, but you will just be able to get that gun back. Maybe it's a wonder weapon or something along those lines that you're going to want to keep. But that's essentially how the fully upgraded Mule Kick is going to behave. I think some of the standouts are like the tier 3 and the tier 5 upgrades of it, obviously. It's pretty interesting to see like Vulture built into the perk. Definitely didn't expect that, but I think we will see Double Tap down the road as its own thing eventually. I know a lot of people, including myself, at some point were speculating that Double Tap would be built into this, but I do think we're going to see it stand alone a little bit later on. Also, the Black Ops 2 map Rush is returning to the game, and the reason I'm bringing that up, it looks like it's going to be added into Onslaught as well. As you guys can probably tell, I play a lot of Onslaught, and it's getting a new mode called called Onslaught Accelerated. So it looks like just the, regular mode of Onslaught available for PlayStation players, and it just gets rid of like the delay in game. It's probably just going to be a non-stop like fast-paced action. Looking forward to playing this. I'll definitely let you guys know my opinions when it comes out. We're getting a new mace melee weapon, and of course Weaver is going to be added in the game as an operator, as we know him from the beginning of Season 4, but we'll have him now available in Season 4 Reloaded. Now that's most of the major stuff in the Season 4 Reloaded update. There are a few other minor patches and like some other things getting added that if you guys are curious, I'm going to leave the patch notes linked in the description if you want to read the whole thing, but I just wanted to go over the really important stuff for zombie players in this video. Mauer Der Toten's main quest is going live at July 15th at 10 a.m. Pacific time, so if you guys want to be around for the hunt, I'm going to be streaming it on Twitch. If you don't follow me, highly advise you do that. Link to that is in the description. I'll be streaming over there, but I'll also have plenty of Mauer Der Toten videos coming out on this YouTube channel for you guys to watch. So Easter egg guides, guides to the map, just things in general to help you out and get you on your feet will be available here pretty soon as well. So if you haven't subscribed, make sure to do that. But I really do appreciate your guys' time. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you guys in the next stream or the next video. Have a good one. I gotta go, and peace out.